Thomas. Let's talk about labor within the labor movement. Specifically, women's labor within the labor movement. To get this started, we all need to come to an understanding that the way that we are trained to work in groups, starting as early as elementary school, is not a good primer for group work in the real world. There's been a lot of jokes about this lately, right? About the people who do the majority of the labor in group projects and how that relates to the roles we're all falling into during COVID. The joke is, which is based on truth, is that certain people, the nerds, as it were, do all of the work, and there's a group of social freeloaders, class project freeloaders, that end up getting just as much quote-unquote credit for the work that was done by their peers. And that's a real rough way to start off a conversation in the adult world. Doing a group project as fully consenting adults that theoretically all want to achieve the goals of said group project is a whole different ballgame than the forced constraints of a group project in school. But because we are trained to approach these things selfishly, the issues that we develop within a classroom setting bleed over into our adult lives. That being said, I've been in many scenarios in my adult life in which a few members of the group end up doing the bulk of the labor, and I frequently see this group being groups of women. This isn't news to anyone. We've all been there. We've all seen this. This isn't news to anyone. What I want to discuss is these women being so ready to attempt to leverage the amount of work that they do with getting the results that they want, right? I frequently hear, oh, well, I'll quit. Oh, well, you'll have to find someone new, etc., etc. My argument is that that will only lead to disappointment if you are doing your job well enough, which is all very unfortunate. When building a social movement, when building a healthy, functioning organization of people, if it's built right, the individual stops mattering. So you may be doing the bulk of the labor, and there may be people who are aware of that and are grateful for your work, and your work may be necessary to the success of your organization. However, if you've built it right, that organization does not need you to survive. And you may get fed up and leave, but that organization will still exist. And it's certainly not a negative reflection on the work that you do or the work that you've done. It means that you've actually done a good job. You and your peers have done a good job building a structure that is resilient. If it's a commentary on your work, it's only a positive one. However, you can't let your ego get wrapped up in that. You can't let that be a testament to your work. You can try to leverage that for getting what you want. However, you have to have the understanding that if that bluff is called, you won't have the positioning that you hope to have. And I don't have a solution to this. I'm only making this video to help people be wary of using that threat and what the results could potentially mean.